Hello, it's Justin from Team Drive Trigger, and I'm bringing you my Tele Hero deck profile. Yes, it's a combination of heroes and Teledad. I first thought of this deck as something I could make a Chaos variant of, which didn't work out that well, and with the banning of Chaos Sorcerer, kind of fell through, but for some reason it still works. So here we go. I have 3 aliases. I've got 2 Prismas. Prisma sets up, there's only really one way I can set them up, and that's just to throw away Bubble Man's in my grave, but he sets up for plays for Shining or Zero, and those are the 2 fusions you're going to use more than any others in this deck anyway. We have Stratos, such a great card. I love opening with him. He fetches your heroes pretty much wherever you need, not just elemental heroes, but Destiny heroes too. So if I have Destiny Draw in my hand and no Destiny heroes, I can summon him and bring a Destiny hero to my hand and throw it away and get 2. Bubble Man. I have him in there because he's got a better effect than Ocean, in my opinion. At least he could come into handy. He'll come in more handy than Ocean would. I've been able to use his effect at least one time in a game. Ocean's never on the field long enough for me to be able to anyway, so I chose Bubble Man over Ocean. 1 Diamond Dude. There's no reason for me to run a second one. I really don't have room because my other Destiny heroes in here where I run 2 Malicious, because I can only run 2. It would be nice to run 3, but ban list. The reason why I don't run the second Diamond Dude is because I run a Plasma. Plasma actually works very well in this deck, and if not, you can just throw them away with Destiny Draw. I was actually able to take the Light and Darkness Dragon from Cameron one game with Plasma. Yeah, I was actually thinking about taking out the 1 Diamond Dude to put in a second Plasma, just for a throwaway card, and I mean, because I'll end up having the Plasma in my hand with a Destiny Draw and no setup play, so I'll have to throw them away, and that leaves 1 card in my deck almost useless. I got Dark Grepher. He can, if I have a Malicious in my hand, I can throw that Malicious away to special summon him. And then I'll have normal summon too, which now usually most likely go into an Xyz monster. Armageddon Knight, he throws away. Just throw Malicious from my deck to my grave, or Plague Spreader from my deck to my grave, whatever I need. Also sets up plays for BLS. Krebons, Tuner, Teledad deck, there's emergency teleport in this deck, so he's in there. Plague Spreader, if I have Malicious in my hand and if I drew one with Destiny Draw after throwing one away, I can send one back to my deck to special summon him from the grave, and then I'll be able to remove Malicious from my grave and bring him back up. It's a nifty little trick. Gores, I have Gores in here because my field gets cleared a lot because I'll have big monsters out, and usually they're only out for about 1 turn, and they can clear my field, and they'll attack me directly and just drop Gores. Blackluster Soldier, he's not a problem in this deck at all. I can usually go into him whenever I need to. 2 Superb Hollies. Screws almost every deck over as long as you have the right heroes in your extra deck, which my extra deck is quite limited on what I can use now because of this kind of deck. But I can go almost into any hero with this. 2 Pots Duality. I was running 3, but the ban list, so I just need 2, but that's okay because it opened up room for other cards to put in. Foolish Burial just sets up my place. Destiny draw for the Destiny heroes if I don't need them in my hand, or to throw away malicious. Emergency teleport, synchro plays. Reinforcements of the army, and emergency, we might as well just do the emergency call at the same time, because I'm pretty much going to do the same thing with them, except for with reinforcements of the army, I could grab any warrior and not just a hero. So I could grab my Destiny heroes if I need to throw away, or I could actually grab Dark Grepher or Armageddon Knight to throw away too. E-call, I'll just use that to get Stratos to my hand most of the time. Miracle Fusion, the key card in this deck to bring out your boss monsters. Scapegoat, a good shield, and it's mainly used for plasma. If I have Scapegoat in my hand and no plasma there, I'll usually be able to have an emergency call or a reinforcements army to grab Stratos so I can fetch plasma. And then I'll have to wait one turn, but it's worth it over Plasma's effect because he negates effects of monsters on the field. Mystical Space Typhoon, 2 of them. Staple. Heavy Storm, staple. Dark Hole, staple. And I'll get into the extra deck. There are no traps in this deck. I don't have any room to run traps in this deck, and I've really found no reason to. Just 2 Shining, you don't need 3 in this one. You need the room in your extra deck, trust me. 2 is just fine. Same with 0, don't need 3, just 2. Esquada, if that's how you pronounce the name correctly, because I can only afford to run 1. I know there's a lot of darks in this deck, and there's a lot of darks in the meta, and if I super poly, I would have to go into him, and I hate having to go into him because he just goes up to 2,700, but that's not so bad, but I don't see him on my field for much longer. A Great Tornado, great card, even though I only have 1 wind in my deck, that's a fantastic card to have because Stratos is always usually in the grave or somewhere on the field, and I can go into him pretty much whenever I want. I've actually been able to get over an Obelisk using Tornado's effect because Tornado doesn't target. Obelisk attack got cut in half. Electrum, just Bubble Man, just for Prisma's, or Bubble Man's name for Prisma, to throw Bubble Man in my grave to either make Shining or 0. Gaia, there's a lot of Earth types out there now, and usually I just get Gaia out with Super Polymerization. I suppose if I put in an Earth type Psychic monster, I can't remember its name, I'm thinking Psychic Commander. I think he's the Earth type level 3 tuner. I'm not 100% sure, but I could use that in a hero to go into Gaia, but for now I'm just using my opponent's monster. Blade Armor Ninja, great card in this deck. Requires 2 warriors to overlay to go into him. Most of this deck is derived of warriors. 39 Utopia. Just 2 level 4 monsters. Alright, I'm going to do these 2 at the same time. My level 6 Synchros, I can't pronounce his name exactly, but because I was running Bryonic and Gaia, but since Bryonic got banned, I'm left with these 2. I'm sure there's other level 6 that are better, but these are the only ones I have available to me right now. And because of the vast number of level 4s I have in my deck, I need to have these in my extra deck. Just so I can go into something, say I got to run over a Stardust, I'll be able to do it with Gaia, or Euquasis is just in there just in case my Gaia's gone and I need something out there. Scrap Dragon. Destroy one on my field, destroy one on my opponent's side of the field. Stardust. And Colossal Fighter. Now, Colossal Fighter is the one I go into more than anything, and it's really understandable since he gets powered up by 100 for every warrior in my grave. I know my monsters get removed from play quite often, but if they do, they usually come right back to my hand using Shining's effect. But Colossal Fighter is a really good card, a boss card in this deck. I like them. Well, and that's my Tele Hero deck profile. I hope you enjoyed it.